Good evening and welcome, my fiery friends, to another Fiery Friends stream. I am your host, the Infernoman here, and welcome once again. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening wherever you're at. Usually I don't actually stream at this hour, but I figured, you know what, we're going to try it this time. Let's have some fun with it. However, of course, there has been a couple of technical issues I've been trying to work through right now, but I'm going to try to see if we can just make everything work as is. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's see what we're going to be playing this evening. All right, where am I at? There I am. Awesome. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to be playing, of course, for the midweek Magic event, which is going to be Explorer, although it's going to be technically Pioneer, but you'll see what I mean in just a moment. So with that, what exactly are we going to be playing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So let's go ahead, let's pull over our deck, and we're going to be playing a deck. Actually, this is the old title. We're actually going to edit this real quick. So Beware of Bogles was the original name for it, but I'm going to kind of change it up a little bit. I think the name, because it's kind of, I think that might be better for us. There we go. There we go. All right, now we're set. This is a deck that I'm simply calling Bogle-ish, if you will. So how exactly are we going to do this? Well, we're going to be, of course, talking as always about the main cards, of course. We'll go over the stats of the deck. We'll then play as many matches as we can in the next couple of hours, and we're just going to wrap it up there to see how well the deck does overall. So without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's now see what are we working with here. Bogle-ish, for those that aren't aware, is going to be a deck that's utilizing Selesnya colors of white and green. You're looking at an average mana curve of about 1.7. We're rocking 8 creatures, 4 instants, 28 enchantments. That is a lot of enchantments, by the way. And we have 20 lands to round out the package. So why is this all actually called Bogles? There's not a single card in this deck that actually is a Bogle. Well, the actual reference refers to an old card called Slippery Bogle. Simply put, that card was just a simple 1/1 that was just had hexproof. That's all it had. But how exactly does that relevant? How is that relevant to today's deck? You may be wondering. Oh, Cookie, welcome. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the stream wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us today. And yeah, for some reason, yeah, the multi-stream is just not working. Or at least the multi-stream itself is working, but the chat is not working. I'll try to figure out why is that a little bit later on. But otherwise, I still try to have a chat up for those of you that might be joining us from another area, because I see you, of course, we're live, of course, on X and Instagram and, of course, YouTube. But thanks again for joining us wherever you're watching all the content. So with that, let's see. Yes. So the deck, as I just mentioned earlier, is revolving around a hexproof, or I would say ward creature. Glade Cover Scout that was just reintroduced to us, thanks to Pioneer Masters, is basically our Bogle. So the card itself is just a very simple little card here. It's just a 1/1 that has hexproof. Now, you're probably wondering, why is this such a big deal? Why are we building a whole deck around such a simple little card? Well, because this card is extremely hard to get rid of. So it's the perfect candidate to stack up a ton of auras onto it. So that's exactly the game plan for you. We're going to just stick as many auras as we can onto our creatures and just smash our way to victory. So to do that, however, we will, of course, talk about how this deck works. So our 2 main creatures that we have besides Glade Cover Scout is we're also going to utilize Toadstool Admirer here. So this oof here is also a 1/1. It doesn't have hexproof, but it does have ward too. So it kind of gives us a little bit of protection, which is cute, but we will need to kind of maybe add a little bit more as we go. So in order to pull that off, however, here's how we're going to rock this. So we'll then stack a ton of auras onto it to make it big and bad. So in order to do that, however, give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to stack up all of our auras. So in the 1-drop slot with our auras, we have Ethereal Armor here. When you enchant a creature, it gets +1/+1 for each enchantment we control, and it has first strike. So it's really great for us to be aggressive with this card. We have a single copy of Griff's Boon here. This gives us a +1/+0 pump and also gives our creature flying. However, if we need to, we can pay 4 mana in the late game if we need to, if this is in the graveyard, to put it back onto the battlefield attached to a creature we control. So this allows us to kind of then reutilize the card if we need to in a pinch. A single copy of Sentinel's Eye will give us +1/+1 in Vigilance to our creature. Same thing, however, like the Griff's Boon, with a little bit of conditioning, if we do end up losing it, we can bring it back to the graveyard as long as we exile 2 other cards using the escape mechanic. We have a whole set of Audacity here, so this is another aura here that allows us to give our creature +2/+0 and Trample. If this card gets put into the graveyard, we get to draw a card, so it does allow us to kind of recover a little bit if we end up getting our creature blown up. In order for us to make sure that we do have a little extra protection, we will also utilize Tamiyo Safekeeping. I absolutely love this card and what it does. So this is actually great for us to ensure that we can have what we need protected against pretty much, I would say anything except maybe just exiling effects, but that's also pretty narrow, so we hopefully don't have to worry about that. In the 2-drop slot, we have some more powerful stuff here. All that glitters. When you enchant a creature with this, it gets +1/+0 for both artifacts and enchantments we control. So this is great for us. We don't have any artifacts, but that doesn't really matter because we have more than enough enchantments to make this work. Feather of Flight kind of does the same thing as Griff's Boon. It's a little more expensive, but it actually works even better because the reason is it has flash. And also that means when it enters, you get to draw a card. And also give our creature, just like the Griff's Boon, +1/+0 and flying. So this is actually great for us. There's maybe an end step thing against our opponent to then pump up our creature, give it flying, and help us draw some cards. We will need to have a little bit of removal in the deck here, so we have copies of Ossification here. So this Aura enchantment actually enchants an actual basic land we control, and when we do, this will allow us to exile a creature or a planeswalker an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So great for us to just get some pesky things that we don't want to deal with out of the way. We have Sheltered by Ghosts. This is actually going to be a much more better and much more powerful aura that we got recently from Duskmourn. So I actually skipped this a while ago, but I'm actually going to look at it now. So Sheltered by Ghosts here is a 2-mana aura enchantment that when it enters, you can exile a non-land permanent an opponent controls until Sheltered Ghost leaves the battlefield. This also will give your creature +1/+0, lifelink, and ward 2. Whew, that is amazing value for just a 2-mana investment here. So put this on one of our creatures, such as our Admirer here, or even our Glade Cover Scout, and it will get rid of it very easily. We have 3 copies of Season of Growth here, so whenever a creature enters, we get to scry 1. We don't really care about the scrying effect, all we just care about is the secondary effect. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, draw a card. As we keep casting more and more auras, you'll draw a ton of cards as long as this is out, so this allows us to easily just restock our hand as we keep casting more and more spells. Now, on the off chance we do end up losing any one of our creatures for whatever reason, we do have a little bit of recovery. So we have Surgical Suite here, which is an enchantment room. When we unlock the first side of it, the Surgical Suite side allows us to bring back a creature card with a mana value of 3 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. So great for us to ensure that we can keep bringing stuff back. And on the 4-drop slide, this will be great for the late game. Whenever we attack, you get a +1/+1 counter on the attacking creature. So this is actually really sweet for us to keep pumping our creature no matter what to make it bigger and more threatening as the game goes on. Now, I actually didn't intend for this deck to be a budget deck, but it kind of worked out that way. So we're going to see if we can just have fun with maybe the budget deck, at least for the midweek Magic event. And then once we are done with that, then we're going to go all in and have the super powerful version that I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. Now with that, we have 4 planes, 4 forests, some fortified village. These are actually rare in paper, but in arena they are uncommon. So we're going to take advantage of that for budget reasons. Razor Verge Thicket, since we have a very low mana curve. Temple Gardens are standard. You have to have those. Now, if you do want to take this to best of 3 on a budget, here's what I would recommend for you. So we have Sentinel's Eye here, an extra copy of that. Extra copies of Ossification, an extra copy of Season of Growth. You're going to want to mix and match these depending on how your opponent is handling you. Now, if they do have edict effects, i.e. cards that make you sacrifice a creature, then you want to bring in Omen of the Sun. This will allow you to bring out 2 human creature tokens, give you a little bit of life, and you can sacrifice this enchantment later on to do a little scrying to help, again, fix your draws. So this will kind of help us give us a little extra protection against certain types of decks out there. Extra copy of Surgical Suite as well. For your graveyard hit, you have Soul Guide Lantern, an extra copy of Feather of Flight. We have some Destiny Spinners here. This enchantment creature allows us, of course, to make sure our enchantments and our creatures cannot be countered. So this is great protection against those blue decks out there that might cause us problems. We have Calyx Guided by Fate. Depending on if we're having more grindier games, this will be great for us to then do a lot of things with it. Its Constellation ability is extremely busted. I mean, look at this card for a second here. Whenever Calyx or another enchantment we control enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And whenever Calyx or an enchanted creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you can create a token of the copy of a non-legendary enchantment you control. So think of this. You can make copies, for example, of, say, Sheltered by Ghosts and just keep exiling everything your opponent does. Oh my goodness, this card, Calyx is actually kind of busted. I don't know if I actually want to keep him on the sideboard. I actually might move him to main deck, but we'll see how it goes as we play tonight. And then finally, if we want to go a little wider to give us, again, more protection, we have Sinona, Captain of the Pylais. So this 3-mana human soldier here, when it enters, you can dig 7 deep into your library and pull out an aura card and put it into your hand, which is easy for us. We have tons of auras. And then whenever an aura we control becomes attached to a creature we control, you get a +1/+1, you get a 1/1, sorry, words are hard. You get a 1/1 human soldier creature token, so we can make our army go wide and just help us overwhelm our opponent here. But that's otherwise the whole game plan for you. So let's go ahead, let's play a little bit of this in the midweek Magic events, and let's see how well it does. We'll play this version right here. And let's see. Okay, so the game plan, of course, is just play some best of 1 for the first half of the video, and of course, for the second half of the video, we'll do some best of 3. Depending on how well it goes, win, lose, whatever, we will still stick to the deck as long as possible here, and we'll see if it's possible that Bogles can make a comeback. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. So one of the key things, of course, in the opening hand is we actually do need a creature. Otherwise, our game plan just can't really do anything. So let's see. Okay, so we don't actually have... this is actually kind of awkward here. Okay, so we're going to have to actually do a little bit of scrying. I'm sorry, mulliganing, if you will, and seeing what we get. Okay, mulligan. All right. All right. Well, this is great. Okay, we're going to try again. We're going to try again. Mulligan. Okay, so we did get the Glade Cover Scout. That's ideal. So, oh, thanks for that. Appreciate that. I try to give a deck tech at the beginning of every one of the videos as much as possible. I know sometimes I kind of talk a little fast, but hopefully that's not too bad for some people out there. So that at least kind of helps you get a little idea of what's going on. All right, so we'll put back the Tamiyo Safekeeping. We will put back a Fortified Village. All right. It's a little small of a hand, but this will be helpful still. Glade Cover Scout coming down. It has Hexproof. So our opponent, obviously, there's no Edicts at on turn 1, so this should be pretty quick for us to hopefully go off. Monetary Swiss here. All right. So, no blocks. The good news against aggro decks is once we get a Sheltered by Ghosts, it is basically going to be lights out for our opponent. So, we just need to build up our board for a bit. So, let's get a Season of Growth. We swing, down to 19. Obviously, our opponent is probably going to start pumping up their stuff like crazy right now. But we don't worry about that too much because we're going to see right now, once we start drawing cards, it should be pretty much game over for our opponent. Ooh, Favored Hoplite. Okay. Well, opponent's going to start pumping their stuff up too. So we'll see who's faster at pumping. Okay, down to 14. So, ooh, all the glitters. That's nice too. So, Plains. Sheltered by Ghosts. Draw a card. Season of Growth is okay, but ideally, we can get this off the field now. Nice. Alright, so, we can't attack just yet, but next turn, with all that glitters, it should be it. Predictions. Scoop when the Sheltered by Ghosts hits. Well, good guess. Our opponent is still in it, though. But once we get all that glitters, I'm pretty sure that should be it for our opponent. I doubt they will want to stick around for that. Illuminator Virtuoso. Okay. This is also a scary card, too. I thought about putting this originally in the deck, but I wanted to kind of give it a little bit more of an old school feel. And then Illuminator Virtuoso tends to be better. Okay, well, no. Blocks down to 11. Cameo Safekeeping is also not bad, too. All that glitters. Draw a card. Razor Verge Thicket. A tap land, which is a little awkward, but that's okay. We swing here. Do you block opponents? Most likely not. Oh, they do block. Okay. Well, opponent, I don't think you're aware of this, but I have a Tamiyo Safekeeping. Draw a card. All right, another Sheltered by Ghosts. All right, and we are protected, so everything dies. All right, sorry, opponents. No aggro for you. And we also managed to go back up to 18, so nice. Nice. At this point, I'm pretty sure our opponent can't really stop us now, so we're just going to keep pumping up our creature here. 6-5. And swing. Down to 11. All right. Wow. Glade Cover Scout still got it. I will definitely say that. She still got it. You love to see it. All right. Our opponent is going to try to recover here, as you can see, as much as possible. But we have another Tamiyo Safekeeping, and we have a Sheltered by Ghosts, so we should be good to go for the rest of this game. All right, Homestead Courage. Do you play another card, opponent? Maybe. Cookie. That slow turn tells me they wanted to scoop, though. Yeah, I probably would agree with that. But they're still in it, so I will give our opponent credit. They did want to stick it out. I'll give them that. All right, draw 2 cards now. If we have an Audacity, that actually would be great for us here. Do you have protection, opponent? Otherwise, I think this might be game over here. Anything? Anything? Opponent? Clock's ticking. Do you have anything? Or did we win here or not? Ooh, God's willing. Okay. Wow. They actually did have an answer. Okay. Well, I mean, this isn't horrible for us. We still have ways of getting around things. Because even if they protect from white, I mean, we still can kind of do our own thing here. So with that, do we swing here? I mean, I guess I could swing. Because I still have a Tameo safekeeping. Opponent blocks again. We still get protection. Sorry, opponent. Oh, there's the audacity. Now we're set. And there you go, everybody. Nice. Our opponent has had enough. Okay. Off to a good start there. Nice. We should be able to get our wins here pretty quickly then. All right. So with that, first win of the night. Get our gold. Get our first reward. Calamitous Tide. Okay. Claim that. Oh, actually, this is our first rare. Oh, here we go. Here's our rare. It's a mythic, actually. Ooh, Hilda. We did actually do a deck on Hilda last winter, so if you haven't seen that already, check that out. It's actually a pretty cool deck with tapping. Not an ability that most people build decks around, but it's actually pretty sweet. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's continue on. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. So with that, for those of you that are watching right now, again, tell me how you're doing today. Hopefully, again, all of you have been having a great day wherever you're at. Have all of you have managed to finish your own of the midweek magic event? Let me know. I would love to hear from all of you. Okay, so we don't have a creature here, so we're gonna have to mulligan a bit. Okay, mulligan again. Ooh boy. All right, well, this'll do. We did get our Glade Cover Scout, which is what we needed, and we'll put back the forest. Okay. So we have removal, which is good, and protection. So this is great for us. Same thing as always. Game plan is pretty straightforward for this deck. All you just need to do is just go off. Fortify Village. We will reveal the Temple Garden. Glade Cover Scout. Now all we got to do is just get rid of that Hopeful Initiate before it starts doing its thing, which is pretty easy for us because with the Sheltered by Ghosts, that should be no problem. Ooh, Hopeful Initiate number 2. Ooh. What? 3? Come on. All right. Opponent here is not playing around. So with that, Sheltered by Ghosts. Get rid of 1. Okay. No attacks. I haven't played the event. I don't know anything about deck building, so I'm a little scared. Well, there's nothing really to be scared of, Cookie. I mean, you can put together whatever you want. Don't feel like one of the nice things, at least about these events, is you never have to feel pressure to do anything like really drastic or anything. It's mostly, again, I always tell people, just try to get the event done so at least you can get your rewards. It's pretty harmless, and there's nothing that really will, you know, cause any problems if you ask me. Okay, so with that, Sentinel's Eyes. And then, I think we'll do it this way. Flying. Down to 16. Okay, we're up to 17, which is nice. All we just need to do, however, is we will need to start protecting some of these auras because our opponent has just the right creature to defeat this stuff. But they will need 3 mana, however. Ooh, okay. So our spells are going to be a little more expensive, but that's okay. It's not really something I worry about because we have already all the auras we need. I'm pretty sure our opponent's going to swing with just Thalia. Ooh. 3/4. Let's see. Nope, no blocks. Down to 7. Okay, well, our opponent has gone off here, which is a little awkward, but down to 12. We go back up to 11. This actually might not be in our favor. Our opponent has managed to get around us here. Oh, Kragums, I see you from YouTube side. Welcome. Hopefully you're doing well, my fiery friend. Thanks again for joining us. I would play it on the multi-stream here, but for some reason my multi-stream on my window here is not working, so that's a little awkward for us. But I do see you, of course, in the chat. And thankfully, it looks like, at least on the stream, it looks like the chat is working there. So I'm glad I can actually see you there. So thanks for joining us from that side. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day wherever you're at, my fiery friend. But don't worry, I will try to figure out what's going on. One of the good things is I did manage to actually qualify for affiliate on Twitch. So actually, I guess there's going to be some ads. So I do apologize if you guys don't like the ads. But it is a way for me to make a little money. However, ever since I kind of changed that and it had me log out and log back in, everything kind of got all funky with my setup. Because for some reason now, I have to keep logging in every time I come into Streamlabs. And the only other awkward thing was, for some reason, yeah, the multi-stream just isn't working. But that's fine. We'll still make it work. Let's see. Okay, so how do we get out of this? Is there a way out of this? Let's see. Okay, so I think we'll do that. Wait, no, hold on 1 second. So let's see. Okay, that's 8, 14, and 15, 16. Okay, 17. We have to take a hit here. Oh, wait. I guess we'll just have to block here. That's not ideal, but it is what it is. Gain some life back. Down to 10. Down to 2. We don't survive by much, but we technically... Well, actually, no. We're going to lose here, aren't we? Dang. Even if we put up a creature here, we don't have enough to keep doing our thing. Down to 8. We're back up to 10. So we're not dead, but we're pretty much... We don't really have another option here. Oh. Never mind. Our opponent got what they needed. Dang. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, everyone. It's fine. Hey, we just got one loss. We'll definitely jump back into it on the next one. Oh, I actually apologize. So, wait, is it... It's Kraigums? I apologize for that. I didn't read it very well there. Not very good with words, so my mistake there. But yeah, Kraigums. Did you recently do an Emergent Ultimatum deck? Actually... Good question. I actually haven't really done an ultimatum deck. I realize now it's not a card that I'm fond of, but I will acknowledge it's actually a pretty powerful card. But good question on that one. It's actually been a while since we've done a good combo deck. So at some point, I will have to look back and kind of look at another combo deck. But yes, it's also kind of tricky because, especially on a budget, it's hard to do an ultimatum deck. So I might do a stream... Or maybe we'll do a non-budget one in the future. But I'm glad you brought that up. There are plenty of cards out there that I always would love to do a lot of more awesome decks on. I just don't have all the time because it's just so overwhelming with how many cards are out there. But yeah, good question on that though. Oh, okay, Kraigums. Okay. My mistake. I apologize for that. But thanks again for clarifying for me. I appreciate that. Okay. Back into their match here. So we have Fortified Village. We're going to reveal the Temple Garden and put Toadstool Admirer out. One of the neat things also about Toadstool Admirer is, if you have nothing else to do, you can pay 4 mana to kind of pump it up yourself, if you need to in a pinch. Okay, Plains. Shock ourselves to the Temple Garden. I guess we'll just go in with all that glitters. Alright, down to 18, opponent. You love the Lotus Field combo deck. I'm not going to lie. That's a disgusting deck. But I will acknowledge how extremely powerful that is. We actually haven't ever played that deck in this thing. I was trying to find a way to make some of those decks on a budget, but it's kind of hard. But I'm not against it at all. But we'll see. Maybe we might do something in the future. Alright, Shelter by Ghosts. Get rid of their Angel. Giada is down. And... Opponent, you're down to 10 already. Okay. We're looking really good right now. This should be great. Man, we're looking so good right now. All right, opponent, show me what you got. Kraigums, question for you since you're there. Oh, and actually, I'll ask everybody here. So, what is your favorite deck? It's been a while since I've asked everybody that. So, let me know, whether you're watching again live on the replay or whatever, what is your favorite deck that you like to play? No matter how good or bad it is, no matter how expensive or cheap it is, I'm sure all of you have your go-to deck that you absolutely love to play. Let me know. Okay, let's see. I think this is game right here. Because, here we go. Angel down. Ethereal Armor. Yeah, 1816. Woo! Massive oof on that one. So, there we go. Here we go on that one. Yes. Feel good about that one. Feel good. All right, so we get our stuff there. Claim. And we will get some gems. That's sweet. All right, so let's get our final one. All right. Yeah, I mean, our opponent just got destroyed there. Man, Bogles is still pretty good. Our opponents usually just don't have any way of dealing with hexproof creatures. So yeah, it still got it. So this is an awkward hand. We have half of our creatures in our hand, but we don't have a way to enable them. Ooh boy. Okay, so let's see. How do we do this here? I think I'll have to mulligan. Also, because we only have one land. Okay. This looks good. We'll keep this. Put back a fortified village. Play a fortified village. Reveal the plains. Glade cover scout coming in. Alright, opponent. What do you got? Do you have an answer for a hexproof 1-1? Ooh, Land of War Elves. Okay. Well, play Season of Growth. No attacks yet. It's just in case if they think we're gonna get cheeky. We'll wait it out. We can wait it out. Leaf Crown Visionary. Alright. The elves are coming. But we do have some options here. So, our good old standby. Oh, man. Shelter by Gauss is such a powerful card. Elf down. We swing. Down to 18. Nice. Okay, opponent. Show me what you got. Do you have more elves that you are trying to cast? 3 Tree City. Okay. On elf. That's fine. Land of War Elves again. Elvish Archdruid. Alright. They're trying to build their board still, so I will commend them. But we are, of course, going to go off here. Oh my goodness, there's the Ethereal Armor. Oh man, if we only can get another land, this would actually be perfect. Down to 15. But we should be getting there pretty quick now. We have Audacities in hand. We have a Surgical Suite if we need to. We have pretty much everything. We just need some more lands, and we should be good to go here. But our opponent also has 4 cards left, and they have plenty of mana to work with here. Can they come up with a plan themselves? I guess we'll see here. Come on, opponents. Ooh, Genesis Wave. We might be a little bit in trouble here, depending on what they get. Okay, Landworn Lone Seeker. Festering Gulches, that's interesting. Okay. So it's a Golgari Elves deck. Duinian's Elite. No attacks from our opponent yet. Awkward to have this now, but that's fine. We'll make it work. So with that, okay. I guess we'll play Ethereal Armor. Draw a card. Big Pump. We will play Audacity. Nice. Here we go. Big swing here. Down to 6. 34. Opponent, you're going to have to either get some kind of combat trick to beat us here, or we're going to get you next round. Ooh, Glissa. Glissa's a little terrifying because she actually can blow away our enchantment. So we have to win now. 5. Wait, they can pump that, can they? Oh, they can. Ooh. Does that beat us? Oh, wait, hold on. That's a big hit. We're down at 9, but I think we're still okay. Cookie, I don't know a lot about deck names, but I used to play a lot of modern enchantments with Nyxbloom Ancient. For standard play, I always loved to play with angels. And our opponent has had enough. They figured out that they just couldn't beat us with our flying little oof. Oh, man. Oh, I love this deck. It's so good. It's actually pretty good, even on a budget. I will definitely say that for sure. All right, so Fiery Annihilation. That's cute. What accessory did we get? Swiftblade Vindicator. That's kind of cool with the art. I like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it now for the midweek matchup. So we've managed to get that done pretty quick, so that was nice. So what are we going to do next, you may be wondering? Well, we have some time where we're going to start playing in Explorer Ranked. We're going to play, however, non-budget this time. But don't worry, if you're interested in the cheap version, I will put up a link at the end of the video when I edit this, and I'll put in links for both, whether you want to play this on a cheap version on Arena or you can play the expensive version. It'll be your choice. Real quick, however, I'll show you some of the quick little modifications we're going to do to upgrade the deck a little bit more. So we will be moving to the main deck, Calyx. We will be doing some slight modifications just with that. We'll also, of course, have a much more powerful mana base here. So we have Gonjos here, only trimming down some plains and forests. We have a Boseiju now. We'll put in more dual lands, mostly all the good ones. We have a single Fountain Port. Mostly this is, again, just to outgrind our opponent if we need to put out some tokens and whatnot. And in the sideboard, we're also going to get some more upgrades here. So we're now going to upgrade with Authority of the Consuls. So this is the slowdown aggro decks in best of 3. Tamio Safekeeping will now get moved to the sideboard here. Not to say we couldn't use it in the main board, but I do want to test it out now as is. Keep the copy of Siona. Keep the Soul Guide Lanterns, keep your Destiny Spinners, and this time around we will add in Leyline of Sanctity. This is again to hedge our bets against those discard decks that are very, very annoying to deal with, and also burn decks as well, so this will hose them very quickly. So that's what we're going to be working with here. And with that, we're now going to play some best of 1, and then jump into best of 3 at the halfway point of the stream. Yeah, they just couldn't beat us, Cookie. We were too tough. Okay. But can we keep the good times rolling? We'll see. We shall see. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. All right, so here we go, my fiery friends. Can we get there with our BOGLE game plan? So we don't have a creature hand, which is a little awkward. That's okay. The mulligan. Calyx is not bad, but he's a little slow here. But on the other hand, we do have removal if we need to, so I'm going to keep this. We'll put back the Audacity. Let's see. This might not be ideal for us, but we're going to try to make it work. Oh, we got another Audacity anyway. Okay. Temple Garden tapped, since there was no reason to have it untapped. Dark Slick Shores. Okay. Our opponent might be doing something scary, but we'll see. Season of Growth. Do you have an answer, opponent? Oh. Alright. Looks like our opponent's going to be trying to control the board here, but we'll see. We'll see if we can get around that. Okay. Ooh, we got a Glade Cover Scout. That's nice. But I'm going to try to bait out our opponent here. Okay. Calyx does survive, but does he survive removal here? Because he has to have removal. Okay, opponent doesn't have anything yet. Brushland. Glade Cover Scout. Do you have an answer, opponent? You do not. Okay. So with that, we will play... We'll put an Audacity on the Glade Cover Scout. Is there another answer? You have to have something, opponent. Ooh, they did not. Put it on there. We swing. Anything, opponents? The Wandering Emperor. Of course. So, we do lose Calyx, but that's okay, because we have an Ossification. Okay. Wandering Emperor is down. Temporary... Oh, boy. Alright. Well, now we're going to be in a bit of trouble here. Our opponent had that temporary lockdown, and that really hoses us. Our only way out of this now is a Boseiju. So. Okay. Deck. I have to trust in you now to get around a Wandering Emperor. But dang, our opponent actually had the right game plan for us here. Feather of Flight's not bad. Okay, we'll keep that. Okay. So, opponents. What do you got? They swing. No blocks. Alright. They put it up. Feather of Flight, we will wait. I have to see if our opponent actually does anything else. If they do, then at least we can start drawing a card off of that Glade Cover Scout. No blocks. Take the hit. Alright, down to 13. But can we get out of this? Okay, make another token.
Keep watch for intruders.
Opponents? Anything else? Floating that mana. Teferi who slows the sunset. Okay. Is it just me, or Control is a little boring to play against? Yeah. I'm honestly not a fan of Control. No, not gonna lie though. We have, of course, played Control quite often in the past. So I'm going to cast this now. If they have... Okay, they don't have anything, which is nice. We got to draw a card at least. And we draw another card, which is good. Okay. So, we now at least have an answer here. So with that, Season of Growth number 2. Assuming it sticks. Alright. Griff Spoon. We'll draw some cards. Opponent. Do you let me draw cards? Okay, they do. Oh, the Beseiju is actually not bad here. Okay, so we have a Beseiju finally. Blade Cover Scout, but we will need to get a little bit more land. So let's see. Any more answers, opponent? Do you counter the Sentinel's Eyes? Okay, they do. And unfortunately, they actually have the right counterspell too. Come on. I swear, sometimes I feel like it's a bit of a... Yeah, it's a conspiracy against us there. Okay, so with that, let's take out Wandering Emperor. So she's gone.
Back to wandering.
So what I'm going to try to do next is we'll try to get rid of that temporary lockdown. We'll see if we can get rid of that. Maybe that'll help us get around things. Down to 8. Any other answers, opponents? They have Judgment. Annoying. But that's okay. That's okay. Because we do still have another Glade Cover Scout. And we have a Gonjo too. So, with that, we get to scry again. We'll keep the Toadstool Admirer, just in case. Oh, you like that? Yeah, I have a couple other cute little sounds too, but we'll try not to... I try not to get too wild with them. Once in a while, I'll throw on a little extra there, just to add a little pizzazz, if you will. Okay. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. We have 2. I'm sorry, well, technically we have 4. But I'm just trying to figure out what our opponent is looking to do here. I'm tempted to hit that temporary lockdown. That will free up several cards. But let's see if that's going to be worth anything. A Glade Cover Scout will come back to us, which would be nice. But okay, opponent, come on. Show me what you got. Show me, show me, show me. Yasmina. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's see. Does that actually affect us enough where we should be concerned? Okay, so those get all freed. Audacity comes back. Ossification comes back. Nice. Okay. And we get our stuff here. Teferi goes bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay. Toadstool Admirer. Keep that on top. We will need another creature just in case if anything goes wrong again. Opponent does some surveilling. Okay, so with that, we're going to have to spread things out a little bit here. Draw some cards. Razorverse Thicket. And an All That Glitters. Okay. Okay, well, not too bad. Put down the Gonjo. Okay, I don't want to get too greedy here because I want to make sure that we can still... Whatever they have in hand still needs to be dealt with. Down to 21. Okay, I want to get more aggressive here, but they still have 3 cards and they could have anything. So, hopefully... It's not going to be anything that's going to hurt us out, but we are a little risky right now. Hopefully it's not going to be anything right now. Let's see. Of course they have something. Alright, it's fine. We can still rebuild. But, oh man, that was beyond annoying. Okay, we'll scry. Put a forest away. Feather of Flight's good. We will play Ethereal Armor. Rebuild again. Okay, so with that, is it first take it down? Alright, we pass. Okay, so the good news now is at least we can block these mites for a little bit. Just a little bit, though. But, oh man. It's not looking too good here. Ooh. Opponent is getting a little big here, so... Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Okay. We have a flying toadstool now, and he also has first strike, so... Block the creature land. Dead. But we're down to 2, and we have 6. Ooh, boy. Okay, so, is there a way out of this? Ethereal Armor. Draw some cards. This is it. It's win or lose now. 14. Did we get there? Oh, man. Oh, man. I think we might have actually pulled this off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yes! Yes, we beat the control deck. Take that, opponent. Yes. Oh. Woo. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ah, that felt so good. Woo. Woo. Oh, man. I honestly thought, oh, man, we're going to lose right here. But we got there. We got there with the deck. Wow. It's actually not too bad. That's actually pretty good. I felt good about that one. I should probably clip that one later for, probably make that a highlight later on YouTube. I'll do that later on. Note to self. Note to self. Okay. So, let's keep on going. Let's keep those good times rolling. All right. So, with that, question also while we're loading up our next match here for anybody that's still out there watching right now. Did y'all, I'm sure some of you finally saw the little preview art they had for Ether Drift coming out. And I did already put out earlier this week, my predictions on what Ether Drift is going to bring for us. We actually got to see a little preview of the commander decks. So it looks like some kind of mummy zombie deck that's coming out, and also a third energy deck within a year. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love energy, but that's getting it might be a little boring right now. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Do we think Ether Drift is going to be actually a fun set? I think that's probably also maybe what I should be also asking. All right, so we have to mulligan this though. Okay. This maybe might be okay. Against my better judgment. Please don't hate me, but I'm going to keep a 1-lander. Here's why. Razorverge Thicket, if we can get one more land, Season of Growth goes off and we can do everything else. Okay, Razorverge Thicket. We will play the Scout. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts, everybody, on Ether Drift. Oh, our opponent's going to go off with their own auras if we're not careful here. Glade Cover Scout number 2. No attacks. So our opponent's just going to go straight for it with this. I know I probably could put in Light Paws for this deck, but I wanted to do something that's a little more old school. But I'm not going to lie, Light Paws is an incredibly powerful card if you know how to build around it correctly. Yeah, you are right. It's okay if the deck is full of 1-drops, but hopefully this won't come back to bite us. Light Paws is a little powerful, though. But Light Paws tends to do a lot better with Azorius colors. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. Let's swing. Down to 17. Okay, we did get our second land, which is good. That's what we needed. I guess we'll do Season of Growth now. 2 swings here. Down to 21. We're still at 15. If they put down something bigger, which I'm concerned they're going to do now, that most likely might be lights out for us, but we'll see. Storm Chaser Drake. Okay. So that's going to be their card draw engine. They swing. Oh, interesting. They actually did not put an aura on them. Fascinating. Audacity. Okay, well, that's not bad. All that glitters. Draw a card. Maybe. Opponent? Do you have an answer? Okay. Phew. Okay, nothing yet. 3. We will put it on green. We will play Audacity. Draw another card. Maybe. Come on, opponent. Don't keep me waiting. Okay, Griff Spoon will be nice for later. We swing with both. I doubt they will block. So down to 17. We're at 12. We need life gain in order to maintain against their Light Paws. But the good news is we have Griff Spoon, so that'll help us out in a little bit. We also have Calyx, too. Okay, come on, opponent. So, Season of Growth does go bye-bye, which is annoying, but that's actually not too bad for us. We still have ways of still building up everything we need. We just need them to swing openly, because they're at 10 right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Does that actually clinch it for us? Or them? That puts them at 12. Oh, never mind. No, that's lethal. Well, we tried, everybody. We tried. Okay. Opponent, you don't need to get too cheeky here. You already won. Go ahead and swing already, opponents. I'll let you have it. It is what it is. A shame, but that's okay. I guess they just outdid us with auras, but that's okay. The one good thing, at least, about auras is there are a variety of versions out there you can play. So there's plenty of different variants you can try out, depending on, again, what your preferences are. But our version, of course, mixes a little bit of the old school with a little bit of the new cards out there. But I suppose I have to ask myself, what is the most powerful version of auras out there? Is it Orzhov? Is it Azorius? Or is it Selesnya? But you all let me know. What do you think that might be? Alright, so here we go again. So we got Toadstool Admirer, Sentinel's Eyes, Season of Growth, so this looks pretty good. Razor Rich Thickets, Toadstool Admirer. We'll put down the Season of Growth like always, and we'll see how we go from there. Opponent. Generous Visitors. Ooh, you're also playing enchantments. Wow. Everyone's playing enchantments tonight. I got no problem with that. It's just interesting to see how sometimes things line up when it comes to Arena. Alright. Cammy of Transcendience. Got the Ethereal Armor, which is good. We will play Sentinel's Eyes. Draw a card. Brushland's nice. We will play Ethereal Armor. Draw a card. 5/5. We swing. Cookie. Enchantments with auras and Sanctum Weaver, probably? Probably. You're probably not wrong on that one. Invasion of Theros. So, they get to dig out an aura. Oh, actually, they got Heliod. Interesting. Okay. Wait, why do they swing? They do know we can block, right? Okay. Okay, well, that was a free hit for us, but yay. I'll take it. Brushland. The audacity of us. Alright. I think this might be game for us here. I think this is game. Oh, this is definitely game. There we go, everybody. We got it. Big swing. Woo! Yeah. Feeling good about that one. Another victory here. All right. I mean, we're not ranking up per se, but we are getting wins. Honestly, I'm thinking I'm doing a lot better this time around the last stream we did. Man, last stream we looked terrible, but this time around we're looking really good. Yeah. Nice. Okay, another victory for us with the deck. Okay. After this one, we'll go from best of 1 to best of 3, and then we'll see how well it does with a sideboard as options. But right now, I'm feeling really good about the deck. Okay, so we got a Virtual Knowledge, which is nice. Got some gems. Cool. Always make sure to do your dailies, kids. Always make sure to do your dailies. Free gold. Sometimes you get free gems. And it really does help, of course, fill out your whole library of cards. All right, so with that, let's see. Opponents, show me what you got. All right, we're ready to go again. Let's see what our opponent is trying to do here. Okay, so we do have 2 creatures here. No Season of Growth for card draw, but that's perfectly fine. We have other ways of still building up our stuff here. All right, Elvish Mystic. So it looks like it's going to be dealing with elves again. That's fine. Razor Verge Thicket. Glade Cover Scout. We have our own elf. Okay, opponent, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Experiment 1. Ooh. Oh. Interesting. I haven't seen this card in forever. Let's see where they take it, though. Glade Cover Scouts. But what do we exile? I think we take care of the Elvish Mystic. That's the easiest thing to get rid of. I don't really care about the experiment ones. Once we get our ethereal armor on, that should be it for us. And we should be able to just sink it. Alright, opponents. Okay. Just let it go for now. Sheltered by ghosts again, which is nice. Alright, so with that, ethereal armor. Bump it up. Sheltered by ghosts. Scavenging Goose goes bye-bye. And our opponents had enough. They're like, nope, I don't want to deal with that. Alright, feeling good about that one. Another victory there for us, everybody. Alright. Okay. So, with that... So, for now, we're now going to switch over to best of 3. Maybe we can actually rank up a little bit with this deck. So, non-budget Bogle still. Keep it in best of 3. Okay, so... How are we feeling about the deck overall? Honestly, it feels really, really good. Budget version or regular version, it's actually pretty sweet overall. I'm actually really happy with how the deck is turning out. So, I'm feeling good about this one. I do feel good. But otherwise, yeah. Now that we're at the halfway point of the stream, I do want to remind everybody, whether, again, you're watching live or on the replay, as always, if you want to be a true fiery friend, if you do want to support the channel, please, again, as always, like, follow, and subscribe wherever you're watching the content, whether you're watching the streams on Twitch, whether you're watching my videos on YouTube, whether you're chatting with me on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it, I guess, or even on Instagram, where occasionally I do post all my replays in vertical mode. I'll be happy to see all of you there. So thanks again for all of that, everybody. You do see, of course, on our chat bot there. You can always join our growing Discord of fiery friends. I always am happy to see new and many of you, of course, appear on there. It's not, of course, the most busiest of chats, but hey, if you do want to just chill there and just chat about whatever, we have plenty of topics you can talk about. It doesn't always have to be Magic, so I always appreciate any and all of you. And of course, if you want to be a true fiery friend, and if you're willing and able to, you can also support me. I do have a Patreon, of course, with some more details on that one. If you want to see my bonus footage, we'll put up everything we can from YouTube and of course here on Twitch on there, and of course additional footage. Sometimes it's just me rambling while I'm playing games. Sometimes it's just silent footage, and it's mostly going to be a lot of unused stuff that doesn't quite make it to videos. So a lot of bonus stuff there for you if you do want to check it out. But in any case, back to the video. So with this, we got a Glade Cover Scout, Feather of Flight. I think the Griff Spoon we might drop here. Yeah, we'll do that. So at least this way we have more than enough lands to get everything out we need. Voldrain Epicure. Alright. Is our opponent playing vampires? Are they playing artifacts? Or are they trying to burn us out? Who knows? That's the fun. So Glade Cover Scout has Hexproof. Man, whoever would have thought that a 1/1 with Hexproof would be so annoying to deal with. I mean, of course it works in our favor. Ooh. Our opponent playing with the Enso artifact. Nice. I actually kind of like this deck. A couple weeks ago, we actually did a stream on this card. It's actually put together a deck that I loved so much. I actually wanted to put it together in paper. So I actually have a Pioneer deck that does the Enso artifact shenanigans. It's a really, really cool deck. I really love it. It's actually budget too, so I love it beyond that. All right, so we swing for 1, down to 17. We are down to 13, so this deck is very quick if we do not have an answer. We're down to 7 already. So, can we get there? That's the tricky part. But we'll find out now. At least hopefully soon. Okay, Gonjo. Okay, this might be helpful. But we'll see. Ethereal Armor. Draw a card. We need our life gain. If we can get to our life gain, we'll be fine. If we do not get our life gain, then we're in trouble. Pass. The only other way is we have to stop that token. If we can block the token, we should be fine. Izzet colors also have trouble with enchantments, so we'll see. Does our opponent have an option against us? They could bounce things if it's non-land permanents. Okay, so we will block here. Okay, this is the moment of truth. If this sticks, we're fine. If it doesn't stick, we're dead. Well, here we go. Do you have a counterspell, opponents? We draw the card. Okay. I think we're fine. Opponent? I don't think they have any pump. They'd have to do a sacrifice. Oh boy. They got us. Well, we tried. So we will lose the Glade Cover Scout, unfortunately, but that's okay. Down to 6. So we're not dead yet. At least not dead. Spyglass Siren. Alright, Feather of Flight again. So, put down the Gonjo now. Toadstool Admirer. Scry. Okay. Ethereal Armor. Draw a card. 3/3 now. Okay, and then we pass. Okay, well, at least with the fish, we can chump block for a turn. But we'll see if that's enough. Okay, our opponent here. Trying to see if they can get some sneaky hits, and I can see. Do they have another answer, though? Watch, they probably do. Fortune Tower. Ooh. They actually do have the mana for that. Well. Actually paid it. We're not looking too good right here. Down to 5. Audacity. Okay. So, is there a way out of this? I guess it's all on a fish. Never thought I'd say that, but okay. Draw a card. 3/1. All that glitters. All on a fish. Audacity again. 6/4. Let's see. And, okay, I don't feel good about doing this, but I'm going to do it. Shock myself. Audacity. Number 2. Draw a card. 9/5. And Audacity one more time. Still not enough. Because... Oh, dang. No! We were one away from the shelter by ghosts. Oh. Well. That really sucks. Okay. So, if we don't swing, we can still chump block for a turn, but it doesn't matter because we still lose. Dang. So it doesn't really matter whether we swing or not because they can still just take... Yeah. Dang. We were 1 card short. I can't believe that. 1 card short. And we would have been perfectly stable. All we had to do was just get that 1 card. Dang. That was painful. But it's okay. It's okay. Because now we're going to go into sideboarding time. Alright, so our opponent is playing... Okay, they're playing an artifact aggro deck. Let's see. I guess Authority of the Consoles might be what we need here. That'll slow them down a little bit. Let's see, Surgical Suite. Let's see, what do we get rid of here? Or what do we swap? I think Calyx probably might go. We'll bring in the Tameo Safekeeping. We're going to try to stay as cheap as possible. So I might drop a couple things here, but we'll see. Okay. Trim that Season of Growth out. Trim out the Surgical Suite. Got back just now and saw the saddest ending. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But hey, we're playing best of 3 now, so we will have another shot here to take down our opponent. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got this. We got this. I believe in us. Alright, so let's see now. We will play first. Okay, so we got the Glade Cover Scout, which is good. A Tameo Safekeeping for protection. Not really a way to draw any cards, but that's perfectly fine. Glade Cover Scout alone should be enough with the Tameo Safekeeping. Yes. We will go and explain it to them. We got this. We got this. Alright, so another Tameo Safekeeping is great too. Pathway. Audacity. Opponents. A null. Alright. Well, our opponent's got the counter spells. This will be very annoying, but that's okay. We still have ways of getting around stuff here. Down to 15. Alright, opponents. What do you got? Show me what you got. Anytime now, opponent. Don't keep me waiting forever here. Gonna get kind of bored. Yep. Tumbleweeds are moving. While our opponent is still trying to figure out their strategy here, do want to remind all of y'all that we will be, of course, having our next big deck tech, well, a mini one that's going to be set for Friday. That video was supposed to go out Monday, but we've had some delays. But don't worry, that video is pretty much almost good to go, and we should have that up and ready for Friday. I'll put up another fun short for you tomorrow. We're closing in on 400 booster packs open currently, and we'll keep going to see how many more we can still keep cracking. As long as, of course, I don't run out of money. Granted, of course, I've probably cracked maybe more than I should have, but we'll see. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. Opponents. There we go. Okay. I was trying to figure out, are they there? We got an all that glitters now, which is great. Our opponent doesn't have the mana to cast anything, so this should be a safe bet right here. They can sacrifice their blood token if they need to, but we don't really care about that. Come on, opponent. Let me have this. There we go. Okay. We swing. And opponent, what do you got? Nothing. Down to 10. All right. 2-turn clock. Can we close this out? Voldern Epicure number 2. Oh, wow. Our opponent does not have the mana. Down to 18. We do have Tameo safekeeping for protection, though, so that'll be great for us. They have a nulls. I didn't think they actually would have that in this deck, but I guess they do. Very interestingly specific against us. Okay. Okay. Opponent right now is either getting a package from Amazon. If I'm guessing they're probably like me, probably has a lot of bowel issues, so they probably go to the restroom just like me. I tend to do it a lot, but some way, somehow I magically can avoid it, at least while I'm streaming, so I guess I can hold it in for a little bit here. Not too much TMI, right? Right? Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I probably should be looking at my Amazon pack. I have like 2-3 Amazon packages I need to crack open because I need to put together my Christmas gifts that I need to put for family and friends. But I keep having to be sidetracked here. Anyways, TMI aside. Oh, okay. I guess our opponent just didn't have the answers there. Okay. Well, I guess it's fine. So, with that, I think Surgical Suite I'm just going to cut, and we'll put in Authority of the Consuls. I'm only going to do that as a hedge to hedge my bets against any of the creatures they make. That at least will slow them down, and that does give us life. Life gain in versus an aggro deck does slow them down. That is a way to kind of hose them a bit. Oh, wow, our opponent didn't want to fight? Did we just scare them away? Opponent's like, I don't want to deal with that anymore, so I'm out. But okay. Yay. I'll take a free win, I guess. Yay. Cool. All right. All right. I'll take it. Oh, did you just clip that? Oh, that's so embarrassing. But okay. I'll let it slide. That's fine. Okay. I'll try not to be too goofy there. But okay. Playing some more best of 3, everybody. All right. Hopefully our opponent will give us a good, fair fight here. Good, clean Magic. None of that cheating stuff into play. That's not Magic, everybody. Real Magic is when you play one card at a time, one spell at a time, just as Richard Garfield intended. I know, some people will be like, Infernoman, that's such an old school way. But hey, I'm not going to lie. I am a bit of a boomer when it comes to Magic. So I've been playing the game for, oh, good Lord. I'm going to age myself here. I was a teenager in my heyday when my first pre-con, my first starter deck, it was, what was it? 7th edition? How long ago was 7th edition? Does any Magic Zoomer even know what I mean when I say 7th edition? Anybody that watches this, I don't think any Zoomer is going to watch this, but anybody know how long ago that was? Good Lord, that was long ago. I am getting ancient here, at least according to the young ones. But don't worry, I can still fight just as well as the youngins. Any case, before I ramble on, because I'm an old man, let's see. Okay, so with that, yeah, we're obviously going to play first here. So let's see. We got our scout, which is great. We have removal here. We can't use the ossification, but we hopefully can in a bit. Ethereal armor is going to be solid too. Okay. Okay, we should be good here. Blade cover scout. OMG, that was in 2001. Yeah. Wow. How long ago was 2001 now? Wait, what year is this? Again, I'm sorry. That makes me sound super old, but yes. Oh boy. We're going into 2025. I've been playing off and on Magic within 25 years. Oh boy. I don't even know sometimes. Like, did I pick the right game to actually do content for? Maybe I should have been one of the younger ones and be like, hey, you also want to see me play some Fortnite with the youngins? Ugh, that sounded disgusting to say. Again, no offense to anybody that if y'all like Fortnite, good for you, but that game is not my thing. Now, if I wanted to sound old also, I suppose I would also say something like, oh, I don't know. I do play once in a while still Call of Duty. Not as much as I used to, though. It's just, I just don't have those reflexes anymore. Maybe that's also why I like Magic. It's a slower game, and it also lets me kind of play a little methodically. I like to be a little bit more on the tactician side. I like to think things through quite a bit. Ooh, our opponent's playing Unstoppable Slasher. All right, well. Oh, they actually played the Erg board. So that technically means Fountain Port's a swamp. Interesting. Okay. Well, Ethereal Armor. That's going to be helpful. Okay, so with that, we'll swing here. Opponent's going to have to block. But your little tricks aren't going to work against us, opponent. So that's tapped out for a while. 2 turns here could be critical to them. Cookie Beef. Don't worry, I'm 21 and I feel so old when someone told me that PlayStation 3 is a retro console. No, don't say that. No, I refuse to believe that. I will refuse to believe PS3 and that era is considered retro now. Oh, good Lord. These youngins making me feel completely old at this point. I mean, honestly, I felt that way already when we got, what was that? When I was told by some of the young kids I work with, they told me straight out that, hey, Infernoman, PS2 at this point, and GameCube, that's all now considered retro. Jeez. God, that feels so long ago. No, seriously though, the 2000s feel like it was only like a couple years ago to me. Has time really passed that quickly now? Where did all the time go? Jeez. It's just, wow. I'm sorry, it just blows me away that we've come that far away from all this. Okay, anyway, instead of reminiscing too much here, let's do this. Okay, so Audacity. Wait, no, hold on. We'll do it this way. Season of Growth. Do you have an answer, opponent? Because I think this is the win right here. Draw a card. Oh, Sirki, welcome. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, a little late today. Oh, there we go. Our opponent has had enough there. All right, we're going to game 2. All right, nice. So, our opponent is trying to do the life gain and drain combo deck that I've seen so many do. We actually did that on stream a couple weeks ago also, but this time around, we're now facing it. So, let's see what we got here. What do we want to deal with? Do we want the Leyline of Sanctity? Oh, wait, no, Authority of the Consuls is actually good for this matchup. And we will need the Tamiyo Safekeeping to protect us from their Death Touchers if we need to. So that does mean that we're going to have to cut Calyx again. I want to keep Calyx in, but he might be a little too slow here. So let's see, we'll do that. And I guess we'll drop that Season of Growth again like we did before. That should be enough, right? Okay. But yeah, thanks again for joining us, Sirki. Yeah, it is a little late on my end. Normally, I was originally trying to stream as early as 2 in the afternoon earlier today, but I kept running into a lot of technical issues and also a bunch of other stuff that came up. So, you know, hey, life happens. But I've realized, well, the missus is not quite here yet, so I could squeeze in still a little bit of time to play. So we did that for now. And then I'll probably get some dinner after this because I am hungry. But otherwise, let's see what we got here. So we have plenty of good stuff here, but we don't have a creature. So that's a little awkward, but that's okay. Let's mulligan. Okay. Dang. Okay. We have to mulligan again. Come on, deck. Okay. We got the scout. That's fine. We just need one creature. Just one creature. So with that, we'll put back Temple Garden. And we'll put back... What do we put? Else do we put back here? Safekeeping is nice. But we do have a flyer, so that's evasion. So we probably would want that. It's more, you're late? No, you're good. You're here. That's what's important. Oh, our opponent's playing Thoughtseize. Aw, opponents. Okay. Alright. Opponent is going to try to be a little dirty here with their Thoughtseize. Maybe I should have put in, I don't know, the ley lines. That's okay. Authority of the Consoles will at least buy us time. That's what we need. So for now, let's do that. Cookie, forever young. I want to be forever young. Yeah, we all want to be. But yeah. Yeah, 21 though. Ah, yes. That was a good age. Way, way back in... Wait, how long ago was 21 for me? I have to kind of sit here and think about that for a sec. Wait, hold on. I have to sit here and... Alright, that's... Sorry, thinking... Brain is trying to contemplate how long ago I was when I was 21. That was 2006? I was 21? Oh, jeez. Yikes. So long ago. Brain not braining. Yep, it happens to the best of us. Wow, our opponent has already got us down to 9, so we're looking a little iffy here. We need... Oh, wow, we did not get a creature at all. Oh, boy. All right. I'm just going to go to game 2, because we are not going to be able to... Without any protection here, we cannot get through with this. Okay, so... I think we need to reevaluate this a little bit here. So, the Leyland of Sanctity is coming in because I want to make sure our opponent does not try to strip away our things. That's what kind of killed us on that first game there. Keep in the Season of Growth because we need to draw cards. We'll take away the Ossifications. I like the card, but we need guaranteed stuff to go down. Let's see, Feather of Flight is not bad. We'll keep that. All That Glitters, Toadstool Myra, obviously. Tameo Save Keep. So, what do we cut then? I think... Cut the Griff's Boom. Keep the Authority of the Consoles. Or maybe we don't need the Authority of the Consoles, actually. Actually, we'll cut those back. Okay. Let's try it like this. Let's try it like that. Alright, so... Alright, opponent. I am ready for you this time. We are going to do it. We're going to play first. Okay. So, nothing here. Mulligan. Alright. We're going to keep this. Put away a Feather of Flight. If our opponent has the turn 1 Thoughtseize, it's okay. Because we can still build up our stuff. Alright, opponent. Show me what you got. Concealed Courtyard. Is it a turn 1 Thoughtseize? Of course. They always have the Thoughtseize in hand here. I swear. That's such a conspiracy, I swear. Always got to have the turn 1 Thoughtseize. Every time they have black. Never without fail. Of course, when I have a mono black deck, I never get that turn 1 Thoughtseize. I swear. So annoying. Any case. Alright, so Glade Cover Scout number 2. Because we did not get our white mana. So, a little awkward again. But we're going to try. I mean, this is, of course, is what happens. You do have sometimes those variants. Duress. Dang. Wow, maybe we should have mulliganed better for the ley line. Maybe we should have done that instead. But okay. We'll see. They throw away the Ethereal Armor. If we can just get at least one white source, we should be okay. Concealed Courtyard. Oh, come on. Really? Ugh. Okay, okay. Sorry. Breathing here. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. Only annoyed. Because they had, come on, a Duress and 2 Thoughtseize in hand. You're not going to tell me that's not a little odd? No, and our deck is betraying us now. Come on, deck. Don't betray us now. Well, I'm going to still get aggro here, because if our opponent kills it... Okay. So Enduring Innocence is gone. It does come back, but that's fine. At least we get it out of the way as a creature. Okay, opponent. Bloodletter's coming down. Alright, they draw a card. Razor Forsaken. So we finally got a card. Bloodletter is out of the way. Phew. Okay. That was too close there. Down to 12. We go back up to 22 now. So Season of Growth. If we can get at least one more land or anything here, we should be okay to... Okay. Wow, they got the demon. Okay. We're not dead yet. We still have plenty of time to rebound from this. Okay, Season of Growth. Into Sentinel's Eyes. Draw a card. Ooh, Shelter by Ghosts. Nice. That's what we needed. So we just got to hold off for a turn here. We got to wait it out. Just a little bit. But if we can get that Sheltered by Ghosts out of the way, we should be good here. Hopefully. Okay, opponent, what do you got? You have 3 cards in hand. Come on. Swing? Of course you do. You cannot help it, but you have to swing. Down to 14. Ouch. Okay. Ooh, they shocked themselves. Interesting. Okay. They unlock the other door. Oh. Oh. Come on. Wow. Okay. Well, this has become a brand new game, apparently. Okay. Oh, hold on, hold on. We're still not dead yet, everybody. We're still not dead. Toadstool Admirer. Sheltered by Ghosts. Oh, this is just going back and forth. This is wild. It could be anybody's game still. Temporary lockdown. Exiled. Okay, so... yeah, attach. Everything. And say goodbye to Bloodletter again. Okay. Wow. This still going anywhere. Man. You're not... I can't lie. Our deck actually can still do some work. Oh, come on. Really? Wow. Wow. Ugh. It's okay. Wow. Our opponent just keeps coming with the haymakers there. Dang. Record Bankbuster. Alright. Opponent is draining us. Okay, so... is there a way out of this at all? Are we dead? I mean... I can't really see any way out of it. No, hold on. Wait, let me calculate this. Okay. So, if they have the Mutavault, they could turn that on. Bloodletter. They drain us for 2. Yeah, we're dead. Dang. We're just dead. We'll see if our opponent knows that. If our opponent knows that, I'll let him have it. But man, you gotta admit there, we almost came back. Man, we almost got there by almost taking out that temporary lockdown. But man, our opponent actually had the Sunfall in hand. So, you can see now, that was our opponent, that was our biggest weakness to the deck. Wait, did they play the wrong Mutavaults? Opponents, I think you played the wrong one. Okay, so they Reckoner Bankbustered their way out of it just to save face. Okay, I guess that works. Opponents always draw the removal for us, so yeah, we got wasted there pretty harsh. Ouch. It's okay though, it's okay. I honestly don't really care about my rank. For anybody that actually knows, I'm not a competitive player. I do like to remind people out there that I love playing Magic, but I'm not a competitive person. I'm sure if I actually was serious, I probably could play more competitively, but I don't like to. It's just not my thing. I like having fun with budget jank stuff. I mean, sure, I can pilot whatever, and I have, years ago, I have proven that I can get to Mythic, if that actually means anything to anybody. I mean, realistically, it's not that hard actually to get the Mythic. I realize in Arena, a lot of people can do it if you just grind long enough. But in all seriousness, I have a lot more fun when I play decks that are not always the most optimal. Some of them are really janky. Some of them have like a really, like maybe like a 3-4 card combo that you really feel like it'll never go off. But when it does, oh, it's so satisfying when it does. And yeah, I played some of the more simpler stuff. I love, for example, Burn. Burn, I swear, Wizards does not want to give Burn everything to make it good. Anytime Burn is good in a format, I swear people want to nerf it quick because nobody likes getting burned out. But I love it. That's an example of something that I like that I know is not the most top tier of strategies, but I love it for what it is. But in any case, it's a little bit about how I am and how I play. But y'all let me know out there. Is there an archetype out there that you like that even if it's like terrible, you still like playing it? No matter how many cards it still you can get for it, it just ends up still being bad. Like, for example, like White Weenies. White Weenies, for many years, White Weenies was, you know, it was an okay deck. It was a fun deck. But ever since Orcish Bowmaster became a thing in Modern, man, that destroyed White Weenies. Like, you just cannot play White Weenies that much anymore with someone just kind of sniping you with an Orcish Bowmasters. That's actually a really disgusting card. Kind of feels like it's one of those cards that in my opinion, probably should have never existed. But here we are. Anyway, enough of me sounding like an old man yelling at clouds. Moving on back to the game. So we got a Toadstool Admirer. Yes, it was a one-lander again, but we do at least have some one-land options, so this is not too bad. Okay, show me what you got, opponents. What you playing? Swamp, Restless Reef. It does have Ward 2, and you do not have enough mana to do it. So, we should be okay for now. Ooh, Glade Cover Scout's not bad either. So, let us play Audacity. Unless our opponent has a counterspell, because they are playing blue. Let's see. Fairy Mastermind. Ooh, okay. Interesting. We can't swing yet, then. Okay, so are they playing fairies? It might be a fairy deck. It just might be fairies. Swamp. Was I right? Am I right about it? Tell me. Tell me I'm right. Okay. Anytime, no opponent. Don't keep me waiting too long here. Okay. Ooh, they played the cut down. Wow. They paid 3 mana for a cut down. Annoying, but that's okay. We still get to draw a card out of the deal. Opponent will swing with Fairy Mastermind, I'm guessing. There we go. Come on, Dad, give me one land. Nice. Okay, just what I needed. Put down a Plains, and we will play Sentinel's Eyes. Okay, so we have Vigilance on it. Now, all we just need to do is just start going off on our stuff here, and we should be good to go. We have an Ossification as well, so if our opponent does tap out, that Fairy Mastermind is going to be gone. Ooh, Jace. Wait, so what kind of deck are they playing? I'm so confused right now. Are they playing a mill deck, or are they playing... is it just a tempo deck? But Jace is not really a tempo card. I don't know. I'm so confused. See, back in my day... Once again, to sound like an old man again. But again, back in my day, we usually played creature decks. And we did well with them. Yes, there were some combo decks out there. Like, back in my day, it was the... What was that? What was the hot one in 2002, in that era, the early 2000s? Oh, that's right. There was a combo there with... if you all remember from... I don't know who am I even talking to about this. But again, old school players out there will know this combo. The old school combo of... It was Lightning Rift. Wait, no. Something like that. It was a cycling combo back in my day. It was a 2-card combo where you would cycle them, and then you would just keep doing some damage back and forth. Yes. Wow. That's okay. I'll pull out the 2 cards as soon as I can figure it out. But yes. Cookie. That ley line would be perfect to avoid them milling you. Yes, you're not wrong. That is true. If we go to game 2 for this, we'll see what we can do about that. But otherwise, let's see. Let's see. Is there any way we can pump our way around this? All right. Well, we lost the Ossification, which is kind of awkward. But let's see. How do we do this here? I think Audacity. And we'll force through damage here. We will lose our creature if our opponent blocks with Fairy Mastermind. On the other hand, they may not want to do that. We'll see. Oh, yes. That was the combo. Thanks again for reminding me. Yeah, old man brain here. Can't always remember stuff here. But yes. Astral Drift, it was, or it was like, wow. I don't know why I can't think right now. But anyways, yes. It was definitely a combo with that. Okay, hold on. We'll draw a card here. Come on, give me a land. Okay, no land. That's okay. But an Ossification is not bad. That'll get rid of something we don't want to deal with. But yes, that 2-card combo, you would be cycling back and forth, drawing some cards, damaging your opponent. It was a pretty gnarly combo back in the day. I actually played it once. It was hilarious when it went off, but man, I only got to do it once. But yeah, way back in the day. Y'all kids, the young kids out there, some of them know. Not all of them. But man, we had some fun, janky combos back then. Man, we had bad creatures, I realized, back in the day too. But mostly my go-to creature back then was goblins. Man, it's been a while since I've actually put together a good goblins deck. I think I might try to do that in the future again. We did do a goblins deck recently, but I do want to try another one in the future. Okay, so on the plains, Ossification. Get rid of that Jace, because I don't want them to start doing anything with it. Next turn we can bring back our Glade Cover Scout. We should be okay from there. Cookie, I love playing Modern. That's why I know some of the old cards. They're so fun. Yes, Modern is still, I would say, a great format. There are some questionable cards that hopefully next week's ban, once the next ban announcement on next Monday comes out, hopefully that should be able to ban some cards that, let's be real, should not be in Modern, but hopefully should then fix the format. Don't get me wrong. I actually did like playing, at least in Timeless, which is the closest we could play here in Arena, Modern, the Boros Energy deck. Literally, if you look at the whole list from that Boros Energy deck, there's not a single old school card in there, and it's honestly kind of sad. The top tier deck is all just based upon brand new cards from like Modern Horizon 3 and slightly later than that. Wow. Modern's come a long way since then. I don't know, for good or bad, that's kind of, I don't know how to think of that. But in any case, okay, Plains. Okay, so, is there a way out of this? We can play a Surgical Suite. We can bring back the Scout. We get to Scry. Toadstool Admirer. We don't need that now. We have enough cards in there where we can play this or the Griff's Boom. So, let's see. Draw a card. Our opponent will draw a card too. So, it is flying. We can hit the demon if we need to, but ideally we would like to get at least Sheltered by Ghosts. If we can get that, we're perfectly fine. But that all depends. We just need to survive a turn. We might get there. Maybe. So I would probably ask you then, Cookie, what deck do you play in Modern? Or is there a go-to strategy you like? Is there maybe like, do you play more competitively? Let me know. Okay, opponent is thinking very, very hard here. Let's see. Caustic Bronco. Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess I'm going to use that for some drawing. Okay, so with that, do we take the hit here? Can we afford the hit? I think we can afford one hit here. It's a little scary. Down to 4. They will draw a card. Alright. Go down to 2. Okay, so all that glitters. Okay. Is there a way out of this? All that glitters. Draw a card. Cookie, Sanctum Weaver Enchantments. I loved playing it. I also love Life Gain Angels. Giada is my favorite creature. Ah, okay. So, I think there was another person in our Discord that was mentioning they want me to build, at some point, we're going to look again at Angels down the line. I want to see if I can try to build a budget Angels deck and then go from there. Giada, she has a powerful card. Also, I do like the new art from Foundations. I actually like that, and hopefully I can get a copy of that for my collection. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, opponent's going to draw a card too. Oh, there's the Shelter by Ghost, but... Oh, jeez, we did not get a land, though. Okay. As for me, I love playing... I'm definitely an aggro player. That's something that I will always say I enjoy doing. I love playing aggro. I kind of still like to go back to my roots once in a while. So sometimes I will put together a Goblin deck, no matter how good or bad it is across formats, and just play with them. I also love playing Burn. Love Burn a lot. I think it's, of course, the most Chad of all deck archetypes out there, but I understand that some people may not realize this, but honestly, Burn is actually a lot more complicated to play than some people think. Mostly people just think you just, swing, 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 and just do your thing. But there actually is some kind of tricky calculation to Burn decks. Oh, okay. Our opponent here is... kind of exile their stuff there. All right. We're just going to go to our next game because we already knew we were going to lose. So let's just actually focus on what we need to do to get out of this. So with that, is this the Destiny Spinner one? Because they also had counter spells too. That might be also something we might have to think about. Okay. So with that, Calyx unfortunately will get cut again. I know it's a little awkward, but that's okay. This is the Leyline of Sanctity one. And with that, do we want Destiny Spinner? That does prevent our spells from getting countered, so that is why we have it. What do we trim, though? I guess we might have to trim and all that glitters. Do we want the Tameo safekeeping? Maybe. If we keep the Tameo safekeeping, then what do we cut for that? Okay. Cut 2 of the ossifications, because we have Sheltered by Ghosts anyway. Let's see. Cut the Griff's Boom, and maybe trim 1 Audacity? I don't know. I'm feeling a little about this one. Or maybe cut the 1 Season of Growth and then put it back in. Let's see. Actually, no. I want to make sure we can draw cards. Okay. Let's keep this and we'll try it out. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that. Actually, my name and origin story dates back to way, way back in the yonder day of the year 2001. That's actually where the original name I had come up with. My friends and I, and for the youngins out there, back in the old days, not all of us could afford gaming PCs. So we went to these things called, and this is going to age me, PC cafes. That's right. You go to this cafe that was just all PCs. You paid a certain amount every hour to play games, web browser, whatever. Let's be real. Everybody in that era did it at some point. So I used to play back in the old days, the classic Diablo 2, and I played Counter-Strike way, way back. That was actually one of my true eras of PC gaming. I have played PC gaming earlier than that, but I didn't do that much. In fact, actually, one of the earliest PC games I played was, I did play Doom and Quake. Quake was actually my first PC game back in the day, so I have a special place in my heart for that game. Sometimes I'll actually play it. I mean, at some point, I think I might do a run-through again on a stream. I know it has nothing to do with Magic content, but I think I might do that as a bonus for maybe, like, I don't know, the Patreon crowd. So anybody that's on Patreon, you might be able to see my old school Quake videos on there, just because I kind of want to keep it, every so often I'd like to play that once in a while. Just like the old days. And then later on, that's when I also started doing a couple other PC games out there. I actually also played, well, my godfather with my nephew, he actually had a Mac. That Mac actually was able to run Marathon. Yes, Marathon. For those that are unaware, Marathon, I believe, in storyline-wise, comes after Halo, if you're looking at that universe. For those of you that are a little on the nerdy side like I am when it comes to that stuff. Otherwise, let's see. Destiny Spinner. So now our stuff cannot get countered for now. Hopefully those will stick, though. That's the only tricky part. But yeah, back in that day, man, that was the golden era, I'm not going to lie, of gaming. Back in that late 90s, the era between the N64, the PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2, PC gaming at that time, man. I kind of missed it a little bit there, but that's okay. That's not to say games are worse now. Yes, there are some not very good games out there, but I usually don't want to dwell too much on that. I like to talk about, again, all the fun, cool stuff out there you can enjoy. All right, let's draw some cards. Ooh, another Ethereal Armor is good. Swing here, down to 16. Okay, so the way we can win this one is, as long as our opponent does not have any removal that'll cost them a lot more, the Ward 2 should protect us long enough to just build up everything we need. Hopefully, though. Duress. Dang. Well, there goes the Ethereal Armor. That's okay. Oh, they got the all deck glitters. Okay. I thought they would have gotten the Ethereal Armor. It is a cheaper thing, but okay. Oh, that's why. Oh, come on. Opponents. Okay, it's fine. This is fine, everyone. Down to 13. I guess we'll put down the other Toadstool Admirer at this point. Might as well. Just a scry. Okay. We have a path to victory still. Opponent's down to 13. They have 4 mana. What do you got? Caustic Bronco. A little scary. Actually, can we talk about how cool that typing is? A snake horse mount. That's actually kind of neat. Okay, with that, we'll spread things out a little bit here. I want to make sure that at least one of our creatures here will survive. Fairy Mastermind. Okay. They get to draw a card. Okay, we got the Sheltered by Ghost, which is great. Okay, so for this, draw a card. Ooh, okay. We're good. We're doing great here. Make sure they don't draw any more cards. And we swing. Do you block opponents? Come on, you gotta block. Okay, I'll take it. Up to 24. They're down to 8. Next turn can be lethal. If they tap out or anything like that, we should be good to go here. Archfiend. Ooh. I never liked that card, but I think today's the day we can finally get around it. Ethereal Armor. 11. Season of Growth. Toadstool Admirer. You know what? We're just going to go all in. Scry twice here. In my country, gaming cafe were usual until 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there we go. Our opponent has had enough. Yes! We take it to game 3. All right. We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, so I'll sideboard for a second here, but let me read this. Totally get you. My uncle used to manage one of those cafes, and I went there to play a lot of console games. Oh, nice. That's actually one of those dreams I always had. If by some miracle, whether I win a ton of money off of our like if I win the lottery here in the US, or I don't know, maybe I just get successful here and maybe I become a super awesome, rich, powerful influencer and YouTuber, the hottest, of course, in Magic, then maybe, just maybe, I would actually have my little dream store. My little dream store of collectibles and a little corner for PC Cafe, another corner for arcades, and of course the other corner for tabletop for my friends. That's the dream. Seems like it may not ever happen, but even if it doesn't ever happen, I'll still always have that dream with me. That's always something I always wanted to do. And then obviously, and if I had an expansion to it, the second level, if I had like a 2-story building, the second story would be where I have all my content creation. And also maybe I would even develop like a team that can help us maybe build maybe some cute little indie games in the future. The dream. But even if, again, if it doesn't happen, I'm still going to hold on to it. Never give up on your stuff, everybody. You always have to believe in things. That's something I will tell all of you is no matter what anybody says, anything is possible out there. You just have to find a way to make it work. But okay, enough of me reminiscing right now about what should be. Let's go right now about, let's see, do we want to keep this as is? I think we should just keep everything as is. Let's go ahead and stick with it. If you don't want me asking, Cookie, since you mentioned that, what country do you hail from? Since I'm assuming you're not American. Yeah, let me know. Okay. Good luck on that, man. I'm going to stick around for support. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate any and all support. All of you that managed to watch my content, I appreciate that so much. Not gonna lie, there are some days where it gets a little rough out there when it's like, you know, some days you don't want to put out things, or sometimes you just get tired. But hey, if you really want to make something like streaming work or content creation, you have to grind it out. When I first started, man, I was so awkward back then. Like, seriously awkward. Like, I actually started Twitch streaming when basically everybody was also stuck at home during the lockdowns. And yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't do any YouTube content yet. I was just literally doing one stream a week because I had no idea what I was doing. And eventually I decided I need to stop making this and I'll just start doing YouTube videos instead. And little by little, I worked from there. The first year, I barely got to 200 subs. And then year 2, we got to 400. Last year, we ended 2023 with 900. And now we're hoping to push to at least 1,500 by the end of this year. Even if it doesn't happen, I'm still happy with the fact that we're still seeing growth. So it's still possible. It's only impossible if you really believe it. Because the way I always see it is life is hard, but it's not impossible. And I believe that firmly for anything you do out there. Okay, so we got our Leyline of Sanctify. We have now our Hexproof on ourselves, so our opponent cannot make us discard anything. All right, we should be good to go here. As long as we can just keep things protected here, we should be fine. Hopefully. Another Leyline, we don't need that, but that's fine. It's there. Season of Growth. Opponent, you have an answer. Oh, okay, you're from Chile. Nice. Well, welcome. Shout out from you. I know we have another... If you see another one of our resident viewers out there, I have actually quite a few international viewers. So actually, it's kind of cool to see some of you all come from different locations. So appreciate all that. Love to all see you here. Okay, opponents, cut down. Okay, they have to pay 3 to cut down just a 1/1. Annoying, but that's fine. We have a Glade Cover Scout, which is nice too. So how do we do this here? Let's do it this way. We'll just play the Glade Cover Scout. Scry. Okay, Sheltered by Ghosts is good. We'll draw into it. I have a 4/4. Okay, so opponent is gonna need a way around this. They have 4 mana now. Unholy Annex. Okay, they're gonna start trying to draw cards, but they will lose life pretty quick if they're not fast enough. So let's see. Do we lock it out now? And I think we should probably keep this for a creature. So Feather of Flight. Draw another card. Fountain Port. Okay, that's good. Draw another card. Swing. Down to 11. Okay, so this thing has flying, first strike, and hexproof. We have hexproof. Our opponent really doesn't have too many options here. Oh. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted our opponent to do. We do lose 2 for there, but that's not a big deal, because what we can do now is we can play... Here's what it is. Season of Growth. Draw 2 cards. All right, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Draw some cards there. Get rid of the demon. Say goodbye to the token. Big swing here. Down to 4. Nice. Okay, opponent, you have 1 turn to change this. Do you manage a win here or not? But oh man, I think we can pull this off. I think we can pull this off. Wow, desperation move there. They draw down to 1. Okay, so is there any way... Wait, actually, is there anything we can do here to just force the win? Not quite. But we could scry here for a moment. Oh, here we go. That's the Shelter by Ghosts. Okay. Oh, I realize now, I should have... I mean, I probably should have drawn a card, but that's okay. It's fine. It still worked out anyway. It still worked out. 35. They're down to 1. Unless they get a demon right now, we win. We should be good, right? There's nothing they have right now that should be able to stop us. Archfiend. That's scary, but that doesn't stop us. Opponent got their heart crushed when they saw that line. Yeah, they probably did. Okay, so here's how we do this. Destiny Spinner. Cannot be countered. Draw 2 cards. There we go. Draw 2 cards. It flies. Also draws a card. Okay, we have now everything we need. This should be it, everybody. All that glitters as a security measure. Draw some more cards. Alright. We will play our Sheltered by Ghosts on top of our Glade Cover Scout, so that way we can't get destroyed. And there we go. There we go. Beat down our opponent there. No to your demons, opponent. We had what we need. Selesnya enchantments, everybody. Auras. Giving us an aura of victory. Yeah. Feeling good. Okay. Very, very nice. Okay. Looking at the clock right now, I also want to remind everybody, as much as I'd love to, of course, stream with all of you, and I love hanging out with any one of you out there, sadly, we just could not stream as long as I'd like to. So we will be ending the stream in a little bit. We have, I think, enough time for maybe 1 more best of 3. So we're going to try that out. And from there, we will then do a little wrap-up as to how everything turned out today. We'll talk about, the good, the bad, and everything like that. And then, for those of you who are sticking around to the very end, as always, I will show you, my true Fire Ray friends, what we are planning for the future. So, let's go. One more time, everybody. Can we get 1 more victory in best of 3 today? Let's see. I'm feeling good. Let's get hyped for this one. Okay, so, deck overall, I still feel pretty good about it. I do like the deck very much so. I honestly think, yeah, Auras has just gotten so much more stronger over time. Okay, feeling good. Play first. Okay, so let's see. So we got the Toadstool Admirer, then we got the Scout. We don't have another land, but we have a Season of Growth. If we can just get 1 land here, I think this should be solid. Let's do a 1v1 later. Okay. Well, let's see. How about this? Depending on how this match goes, if it finishes quick enough, if you're willing to, I don't think you've added me on as a friend on Arena. So if you want to do that, you can. I'll set that up for you real quick. Okay. So nothing yet. But we'll swing here. I doubt our opponent's gonna block because they're playing elves. Okay, what do you got, opponent? Is it more elves? Forest. There, the Hydra here. What do you got? Opponent. Ooh, Eldritch Evolution. Interesting. Oh, Abhorrent Oculus. They're going to start manifesting. And unfortunately, our deck is betraying us here. It's okay. But now we know what they're trying to do. Opponent's going to try to cheat out this eyeball. I'm surprised it's not an eye horror. How is that not horrifying? I mean, come on, look at that thing. That's scary, by the way. All right, they swing. Down to 13. Okay, so is there a way out of this? Well. What? Again? We might be in trouble here. Whatever's coming in is going to be pretty big and scary. Overlord of the Hauntwoods for basically free. Yikes. Okay. Well. I don't know if there's a way around this. We didn't get our land drops, which is very awkward here, but okay. Alright. With that, let's see. Come on, opponent. Show me what you got. Overlord of the Flip. Okay, so they're playing a Selesnya Manifest. I'm sorry. No, Simic. They're playing Manifest, and they're just cheating out the Overlords for a way lesser cost than I thought. Okay. Now, okay. Our land came in way too late here. I mean, we can still shelter by Ghost, but it's not going to really help us out all that much here. Blood Pits. I mean, we could swing here, but it's not going to really do anything for us. Unfortunately, because our opponent can block. Down to 15. We go up to 11. Our only way out of this at this point is we would have to then just pump up everything like crazy. Or Troxa. Opponents. Okay. Our opponent is just playing a dirty pile of good stuff. Absolutely disgusting, by the way. All right. Our opponent's got pretty much got everything else that... Okay, that... Release of the Wind is going to be a problem for us, too. Okay, Sheltered by Ghosts also is still not bad, but it's not enough. We didn't get our land drops. That was what hurt us the most. So, let's concede here. All right. Game 2. Game 2. Let's try. How do we get out of this? Is there a way out of this? Okay, the Tameo safekeeping is going to be coming in. And then from there, cut the surgical suites. And I guess trim one ossification. I guess we'll just go from there. There's not much else I can really do. Okay. All right, all right, all right. If we can just get the right situation set up, we should be fine. I mean, we've shown that our deck is very, very consistent. However, if we stumble a little bit, that's when things go really, really south. Okay, so let's... We're going to have to mulligan that. There was no lands. Oh, no, come on, deck. Don't do this to me now. All right. I guess this is going to have to do. Wait, hold on. We didn't get a creature. Oh, my goodness. I'm so dumb. I did not get a creature out of this at all. There is no creature. I don't think I'm going to win. Okay. But I'm not going to shame scoop. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be lucky enough to draw a card here and now. Alright, so with that. Sheltered by Ghosts. That's good for later. Yeah. I never said I was the best Magic player. Let's be real. I am only as good as how I pay attention to cards. I'll put it that way. Okay, Elvish Mystic. again. Well, I mean, our opponent's a little slow here, but that's okay. Maybe that is a blessing for us. Season of Growth. Okay. Just you watch, opponent. As soon as we can get our one creature, you are so dead. Relax. Not being perfect doesn't mean you're no good. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't being serious. I was just being a little goofy there, just because, I mean, sometimes I end up clicking quicker than I probably should be reading. But okay. Yeah. Pass again. Okay. So, is there a way out of this? Opponent is swinging. They will do some card draw. This actually gave me an idea, and I realized I never played the other two Overlords. We did a while ago an Overlord Reanimator deck, but it was Mardu. So it was the black, red, and white Overlords. We never played the green or the blue one. But this version can't, I think, be done on a budget. I actually think we could. This gives me an idea maybe for the future. But we'll think about that a little bit later on. Okay, so... Come on, deck. Oh, boy. All right. Fine. I'm just going to concede there. I'm just going to admit defeat, because we totally died there. Yeah. Totally awkward, though. Okay, so with that... let's see. How do we do this? So, if you want to, since you're still here, Cookie, if you're willing to, I'll be nice. If you want to, we can have at least one match, if you want to. I forgot how we do this, though. Okay, well, there you go. You can see right there if you want to add me real quick. And I guess if anybody else is still watching, you can also add me, too, if you want to. I can't always promise that we'll be able to play together when I'm able to, but yeah. I'm always happy to take on people. At some point, if not at the end of this year, sometime next year, early on, I will try to do another stream, because we did this a couple months ago, around my birthday, where I did take on any and all of my viewers to challenge. So we'll do that maybe again in the future, because I know some of y'all like to do that. And I know there's quite a few of you that are interested in playing against me. So I look forward to doing that again. Once I have the time, I'll arrange again that, and I'll try to make sure it's scheduled appropriately so we get as many people as we can to show up for that. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, okay. Sorry. I missed that from you. Danny Louie, also from over there on YouTube. Hey, bud, love your vids. Thanks. Appreciate that. Sorry if I didn't get the message earlier. For some reason on my end here, I just can't see the chat go up on YouTube there. But again, don't worry. I did just see you there for a second there, so I appreciate you hanging in there. Thanks again for joining me, my fiery friend. Sirki, see ya. Oh, that sounds fun. Take care. Enjoy your evening, Sirki. I appreciate you being there lurking around for us. We'll see you again, hopefully next time. All right, so I added you, Cookie. Danny, hopefully you're having a good day wherever you're at. And then I'll let you pick, Cookie, whatever you want to do, whichever format you want to play, let me know. If you want to play anything goes, if you want to play a brawl deck, if you want to play standard, I'm down for anything. Oh, it says I'm offline? Oh. That's awkward. Hold on. Let's see, hold on one second. Let me see if I can challenge you. Okay, I hit the challenge, so maybe that'll work. Friend challenge. Is it working? Hold on. It says you're offline. Well, this is totally awkward. Don't worry, don't worry. We can still make it work. Wait, hold on. I didn't change anything in my settings, did I? I don't think I did. Okay, so I'll let you pick. Did you want me to play anything in particular? Like, are you playing any specific format, or do you just want to do like anything goes? Let me know. Oh, okay, you're restarting because you're bugged out. Okay, no problem. Oh, Sirki, no. I was going to do, since Cookie was hanging around for the majority of it, Cookie wanted to actually have one match. So we were going to finish it out by having Cookie play with me for one, and then I'll do my usual wrap-up and then end the stream. Just that, again, because Cookie's been super cool hanging out with us today, so I figured, hey, if she's down to play, I'm totally down too. Just again to get one. Maybe I might make this, I don't know, maybe a tradition going forward. Maybe we can always end a stream with maybe whoever wants to, whoever's sticking around in the chat and wants to play at least maybe just one game. Oh, show your ID. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Don't worry, we got this. Okay, so there's the ID again. And again, for anybody else that does want to add me, you can, of course, join me, my fiery friends. I can't always, as I mentioned before, can't always guarantee we'll be able to have time to play. But anytime I can, I will. All right. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready for you. And then whatever format you want to play, you can set it up however you want to do it. Oh, I see you also added me too, Danny. That's cool. Thanks for joining. But don't worry. Okay, so if anybody else wants to challenge me, I won't have time after this because I'm just going to be honest with you. The missus is probably going to be waiting for me to get dinner together, and can't have her holding on to me forever. Can't have her waiting on me. That would be kind of rude. So there's the challenge. I threw standard. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so game on. Okay, so with that, I am going to play, let's see. I will play my good old standby here. Good old burn. Nothing bad, nothing beats that. One of my favorite all-time decks. Okay, so wait, how do we do this? Okay. Wait, hold on. Okay, so how do we do this here? So I have it set. I picked the deck, but it's not letting me do anything else. Wait, am I missing something here? Did I misclick something? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I threw the challenge myself. Wait, hold on. Why is this not working? Oh, Shouter94. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, my fiery friend. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. We're good. Thank you again for joining me, my fiery friend. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the stream. I will tell you right now, we are kind of close to ending it, so I do apologize that we might be ending this soon, only just because I got to take care of a couple other things. But thanks again for joining me. I appreciate your support as a new fiery friend and follower. Okay, so obviously you're not stream sniping, of course. Cookie, you would never do that. But seriously, even if you are, I don't really care. We're just here to have fun. Okay, so I think we should be good with this. Shouter, it's totally fine. I was just looking for a streamer to ask a question about MTG if you don't mind. Yeah, sure. No, we're not doing no stream sniping here. I realize some of y'all probably could do that, but it's fine. We're having a good time here. We're not playing serious here. It's all good. But anyway, Shouter, yeah, ask your question. Shoot whatever you got. Do I place best of one? Yes, I actually do. So I've structured recently my streams where the first half of my stream, I tend to play best of one. And the second half, I'll play best of three, just to make sure any deck that I play now in the future will have a fair shot of seeing a little bit of both. Good question, though. Most of my content, and I also try to let people know this, is when I build YouTube videos, I tend to do best of one. I know that doesn't really give a fair assessment to decks that are more designed for best of three, but honestly, from a content perspective, Best of 1 works better because it's just faster. And it gives me more time to get more videos, more footage in, and allows me to then just build videos for more deck techs quicker. Okay, our opponent is playing Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Cookie. So dirty, but that's okay. If you think you're going to beat me here, you've got another thing coming. I'm coming for you right now. Be prepared. This way. Screaming Nemesis. You have an answer? Needing a response. Okay, nothing. Oh, I see you looking at your cards. What do you got? Ooh, into the Flood Maw. Absolutely annoying, but okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Shouter. I just started playing about a month ago, like a week into Duskmoor. I usually play Hearthstone. My question was about the Mythic ladder. Oh, okay. So, okay. On ladder in Hearthstone, I'll get like a bonus if I make some threshold into the Legend ladder. It's like an extra bonus star. I'm not too familiar with Hearthstone enough to I guess, grasp the comparison, so I do apologize for that. But I appreciate you trying to help me understand it by explaining it a little better. So if I understand this correctly, so what does this bonus actually do, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, we're going to retry Screaming Nemesis. So normally in Hearthstone, you get 10 for Legend, and 11 times if you make it to about 10% of players. Huh, okay. Oh, our pot. Cookie is swinging, so we'll block. Down to 16. And with that, your Hydra is going to go bye-bye. Okay, that Overlord's going to flip soon, so we need to find an answer quick. Let's see. Get 2 Lava Runner. Sparring Vantage. And pass. Okay. Cookie, you're down to 1 card. What do you got? Mossborn Hydra again. Okay. That's fair. Ward 4. That's really tough to beat, though. No blocks. Okay. Shouter. So per win, you get 1 point for ladder. Each star gives you an extra point based on where you end on ladder. Like Platinum, Gold, Legend gets 10 times higher. Legend gets 11 times. Okay. Sirki, I think it speeds up how fast you rank up. I believe Magic the Gathering has it as well, depending on how much it goes, but I'm not sure. I'm not honestly sure, only just because I know in Magic, or at least here in Arena, I still feel like sometimes it's a little skewed. Sometimes I've had moments where I go on great streaks, and the next thing you know, you go from big to nothing. But honestly, I feel like Magic probably should have a momentum style thing. That actually would be kind of neat. But one thing I do appreciate that Magic does is, once you get to the next tier, no matter how many losses you have, so as you see, I'm at Platinum, and no matter what happens, I cannot go back down to Gold. So at least that kind of puts you at a little threshold where you don't, like, fall too far behind. So I do like that at least. And Cookie, you're a dirty player, but I appreciate you actually going all out right with me. So thanks again for not holding back. Well on your end there. So I don't even know what I'm going to do here. I guess I'll just do that. Okay. Well, Cookie, yeah, I'm looking pretty bad right now. But props to you for actually pulling off such a cool thing here. So I just made it to Legend this month. It was my first time entering at 1,321, but I see some players have percentages. Oh, okay. So if you made it to a number, that means you're already past the percentage threshold. So you ideally, if you're looking at it from a ranking standpoint, you want to hit a number. That's where you want to be at if you want to look at yourself as the top players in Arena. At the best, I hit 98% Mythic a couple years ago. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie with you. I didn't have anything against that. Even if I hit one of your creatures to take it out, you had more than enough to beat me there. So, good job. Good game there. You managed to destroy me completely, though. But that's okay. I had fun. That was fun. Okay, so with that, we'll close it out there because I will need to, of course, take care of a couple things for the evening. I do need to take care of dinner. That was my agreement with the missus, so that's only fair for her. But anyway, before we end this all, we of course need to do our usual wrap-up here. So here we're going to go with the original. Let's see. Give me 1 second here to pull this up. Don't worry, I'm seeing the chat still. Cookie, yo, I was so nervous. Oh, you had no reason to be nervous. Your deck was amazing. You just kind of steamrolled me. You made me look terrible, by the way, but props to you on that. I actually was happy that you actually destroyed me really well there, so good job on that one. And honestly, even with the cards that I had in hand, you could probably see it on the replay later on. I really didn't have much of an answer. Once you pat that coma out there, that thing just is devastating. So great job. Good game on that one. Hopefully we'll have a chance to play again in the future soon. Let's see. And then Shoden. My question is, what's the difference between percentage and numbers? So how does the matchups work? It's just MMR. Or do you know if they compare deck colors? Good question. I think there was a giant Reddit post that somebody posted a while ago. I think some people made YouTube videos into it where somebody actually calculated the algorithm that Arena does. I think, and I know it's a little bit of a conspiracy theory, if you will, but I think the consensus is the game tries to keep everyone matched up based upon your deck's power level. So in other words, if say like your deck has a lot of rares or mythic cards, which are very powerful, they're going to try to match you up with most likely decks that are similar in power level. And I think they do this also with Brawl 2. Don't quote me on that completely. I have to look again at the data. It's been a while, so it can go wherever. I would try to link you to the Reddit post, but I think Wizards, or at least somebody deleted it, so it might be gone. But it is somewhere out there in the world. I would definitely say dig into that a little bit if you are curious about how the algorithm and matchmaking kind of works for Arena. There's actually a lot in there, way too much for me to explain in this stream today, but it is out there. It is definitely out there somewhere. No worries. Thank you very much for the info. Cookie, thank you, man. The only deck I have in Arena. It really is a fun having the chance to play against you. Thank you very much again. Yeah, definitely my pleasure. I enjoyed, of course, playing against any and all people out there. Haha. So, Chowder, just so I just played this blue-black toxic deck, but I think the only one I saw one or two a matchup like mine. No worries, but thank you very much. Now, have a wonderful dinner. Thanks. Thank you. Sirki, I know Brawl, the put in the commander's tiers. Oh, yes. So when it comes to the commander you pick for Brawl, that's how they match you up. So if you have a weak one, they'll try to put you against someone that's also weak. But if you have a powerful Brawl commander, you're probably might going to get a top tier one, which can sometimes be a little unfun. At least every time when I'd stream. But that's all that there. That's neither here nor there. I could go on and on about that, but let's wrap this up, everybody, before I kind of get tongue-tied here. Any case, we, of course, played today on stream our Bogle-ish deck. So you tell me in the comments below, or here right now, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Truth be told, I actually loved what this deck did today. It actually did really well. I think we mostly went 50-50, so that's actually pretty good for a budget deck. Now, granted, we, of course, played mostly the non-budget one, but it still did great for what it is. Not going to lie, though, Glade Cover Scout is a very powerful card. I'm super glad we got to finally have a copy of this in Arena. So this will be great for various builds, wherever you want to put this. Like stacking up with equipment or auras, as you saw today, you definitely can have a lot of power with it. But you already saw the biggest weakness of the deck is if your opponent can slow down your game plan with counter spells or just start taking away certain pieces of auras, you're going to have a bad time. So just be aware that if you play this deck, it tends to be an all or nothing deck because you are relying on only a couple of key creatures to get you to that victory. But if you do like the deck, whether you want to play the non-budget one we played today or the budget one we showed earlier, I will definitely leave a link. As soon as we're done with this video, I'll add in all the details across all the areas this video has been streamed to. So don't worry, it's going to be out there. It will definitely be out there for everybody. Now, before we end the stream, let's show you again, as always, my true fiery friends who've stuck around this far, you get to kind of get a little sneak peek as to what's to come in the future. So, I know we talked about this yesterday, but coming out on Friday, we have our Basically series. For those of you that are newer to that, it's basically a series of deck techs that I put together, super short ones, that explain the cheapest and best decks you can build on certain colors without having to use any rares or mythics. So it's great for you if you want to try to build decks and you don't want to spend all of your rare mythic wildcards just to save them up for more powerful decks. So that's coming down the pipeline. It's going to be the basically energy deck. Where did I put that, by the way? Oh, here it is. So the videos are finally done. We just need to finish the edits tonight, and this will be up on Friday morning or afternoon. We'll have, of course, a couple more YouTube shorts throughout the weekend, of course. And in the future, hopefully next week, I'll have a Frog Madness deck for the Timeless format built and ready to go. This is also going to be another budget deck for us. In the future, we will have a couple more streams next week. I do have this really sweet build that I'm going to save for Christmas. So this will be for the Christmas stream in about 2 weeks. Don't worry, that is coming. We also have a tempo deck for standard that I'll also try to put together and show off here. That's going to be available on another deck tech in the future. But don't worry, all that's coming. We have quite a few videos that are going to be shown off for everybody here. Hopefully, again, you guys will stick around with me for that. But otherwise, okay. I am pretty much exhausted at this point, so we're going to be ending it here, everybody. So thank you one more time to everybody who was out there today. Thank you one more time for everybody that joined us. I really hope, again, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening wherever you're at. Take care. We'll see you, of course, another time. But, as always, just remember, no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week. Later.